Many people don't have a good relationship with their parents, and this can happen for many reasons. Building a parent-child relationship begins in the pregnancy and can be influenced by the parents' feelings about the baby, the parents' relationship, and the mother's psychological health. During the gestation or the first few years of life, the child may feel that he or she is in love with or simply rejected, what can affect his or her self-esteem and make him or her develop a negative attitude. The relationship between parents where there are many fights can interfere in the relationship with the children, particularly if these fights occur in front of the children. It's normal for parents to agree about raising children, but once it becomes a frequent occurrence, it can make them feel guilty and develop problems with sleep, anxiety, depression, or acquire different behavior and start distancing themselves from the parents. That's why it's extremely important for the parents do not put their children in the middle of their frustrations, no matter what they do. I also believe that it's important to note that many people believe that parents' divorce can cause serious harm to children. What's likely to have the damage affect the fights that occur before, during, and after divorce. An example that psychological health of the mother can affect the relationship is a study carried out with children of women with postpartum depression, accompanying them from the birth to the 3 years of child. In this study, the mothers were filmed interacting with their children in a laboratory observation room, and it was proven that mothers with postpartum depression talked and smiled less at their children, and didn't encourage their development. In response to this, the child, among other consequences, moves less the look of the mother, which can cause a distance in their relationship. Most people that don't have a good relationship with their parents are teens, probably because adolescence is a period of change. It's the moment that we leave our family to discover the world and discover who we are. It's a delicate moment. We are adults, but we are children too. We want our freedom and we want all this alone, without our parents' help. This change is difficult for our parents too, because in one day we are kids who need and want help for everything. And in a blink of an eye, we are born independent teenagers. I have a great relationship with my parents, and I believe that's very important because every time that I have a problem, I know I can talk to them. And I have an excellent example of this. This year, I have started in the high school, and definitely doesn't look like the movies. It's very stressful. So, one day, I woke up to go to school with colic and had to listen to my bored neighbor who talked loudly, had math and physics classes, two matters that I hate, probably because I don't understand nothing, and had argued with a classmate. So, I have a terrible day, I was angry, and I went home with a terrible bad mood. I was being monosyllabically and don't want to talk with anyone. So my father had asked me what was happening, and I answered the most classic teenager answer, nothing. But as he the most patient man in the world, he asked me again and called me to sit with him on the sofa. I went. I put my legs on his lap and tell him everything about my day. Next step, I started crying. I cried a lot. So he let me cry, he talked to me, he calmed me down, and after that he told me that when I was a baby I need to do the full test, and the babies cry a lot during this test. They often stay on the nurse's lap, but he wouldn't let any nurse take me because I'm his daughter, and every time that will pass in my life for something that can hurt me or make me cry, I will pass in his lap. I will never need to suffer alone, because he will always take care of me. And every time that I want to cry, no matter why, I can hug him and cry, because I'm his daughter and I will never need to cry alone. I think everyone should have a good relationship with their parents. And I will give some tips. I know there are families and families, but these tips work for me, and maybe, who knows, they can work for you too, right? When you're sad or something really exciting happens, who is the first person that you talk? I, as you can see on my report, usually talk with my parents. And the first tip is just this, talking. But really talking. Giving monosyllabic answers when your parents talk isn't talking. Like when they say, "Oh, how was your day?" and you say, "Fine." Many teens believe that parents don't understand them, what is just a lack of dialogue. When you're how can they understand you if you don't talk with them? I have a lot in common with my parents, and we talk about music, we talk about books, and now is the time that you said me. I don't have nothing in common with my parents. And I answered you. Come on, you live in the same house. Or not, but you still be a family. So come on, you are a family. That's impossible that you don't have nothing in common. But if you don't have, you can talk about your day, you can talk about the weather, whatever. Just talk. My second tip is understand when they say no. Because there is no father or mother that will something that isn't the best at their child. So, sometimes they need to say no. When they don't let you go to a party or a trip, it's because they believe this is the best for you. Giving you the best education they can and take care of you are their duties. So, they need to say no sometimes. The third tip is something that basically serves to avoid fights. When you combine with something with your parents, you must complete. Like when you go out with your friends and they say you should get home by 10, you should get home by 10. Otherwise, they will understand that they can't trust you and won't let you go out anymore. How many times in a day you pass with your parents? The fourth tip goes hand in hand with the first one. Pass some time with your parents. I know that's hard because most parents work. I understand this. When I was a child, my parents worked a lot. But whenever it's possible, I pass my time with them. The time that you pass with your parents don't need to be something specific to pass with your parents. You can just fit this in something that you do in your routine. I and my father usually dry the dishes on Sundays, listening to old music, and it's something that I love to do. I can understand why some people don't have a good relationship with their parents, but I can understand why they don't try to change this. If the tips don't work for you, you can try therapy or another thing, but please try something. Because our parents can be our first best friends, but they are our first friends. They can be the big one on the mist. So please try something. Your life will be easier if you feel that they are there for you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.